earning lifestyle points and judging others' experiences. That's right, it's NOSEDIVE, the Black Mirror card game from Mixlore. This interactive card game pits 3 to 6 players against one another in a competition for social status. Using the handy NOSEDIVE app, each player gives and gains experiences, rating them along the way. Setup begins with the game board placed center. Each player chooses a color and places their pawn on the home row of the game board. Shuffle the lifestyle deck and deal 5 cards to each player, forming their hand. Place the deck near the board and add the 3 bonus experience tokens face down on the top right space. Next, enter player names and information into the NOSEDIVE game app. You'll only need 1 device for the game, which will be passed around clockwise, so no moving around. The app will randomly assign a social score to each player, and whoever has the highest point value starts as the influencer and takes the influencer token. NOSEDIVE is played in 3 rounds, each divided into 2 phases, the lifestyle phase and the experience phase. In the lifestyle phase, the influencer first draws cards from the deck equal to the number of players in the game and doesn't reveal them. They then place them face down in separate piles near the board, after which they flip 2 face up of their choosing. Next, each player will take 3 turns. To begin a turn, the influencer first flips 1 bonus experience token face up and places it on the top left space. Then each player may move to a space on the board and take the associated action. If a player moves to a space occupied by other pawns, a player must give 1 card from their hand to each other player in that space, otherwise they can't move there. Let's look at the available action spaces. 1 down allows a player to place a lifestyle card from their hand face down on a pile of their choice. When placing cards on piles, keep the lifestyle points on the face-up cards visible. 1 up, 1 down lets a player place 2 cards from their hand on 2 different piles, 1 face up, 1 face down. Draw 2 means a player can draw 2 cards from the lifestyle deck. Draw 1 up allows a player to draw a card and place a card face up on 1 pile. 2 up lets a player place 2 cards face up on 2 different piles. The +1 experience space allows the player to collect 1 bonus token from the board, aiding them in the upcoming experience phase. Lastly, the player can always put their pawn back on the home row to draw 1 card. The give other players an experience card rule doesn't apply on the home row. You'll know when you see the card what that means. Don't worry about it now. After 3 turns have passed, the influencer will have no more bonus experience tokens to place on the top left space, meaning the lifestyle phase is over. Taking turns in order from lowest to highest social score, according to the app, each player takes a pile of cards and places them in front of their play area, all face up. These will be scored at the end of the game. Once all piles are selected, the experience phase begins. Follow the prompts on the app, which first asks which players collected double damage cards or bonus experience tokens in the previous phase. Those items are then discarded from the player's area. The app will then prompt each player to individually give experiences to other players. This process should be secret. After each player has given experiences, the app will prompt players to rate them. Everyone may now read aloud the experiences they've received and will choose their most and least desirable experience. Though this is done publicly, other players may not discuss the experiences until that player has rated them. I won't say anything, but my eyes will say it all. The app will calculate a new social score for each player based on their choices. Giving other players their most favorable experience will raise your social score, while giving players their least favorable experience will lower your social score. Also, if a player with a higher social score than you likes your experience, your score will be boosted more than if a low social score player likes your experience. After the experience phase is complete, another lifestyle phase can begin, likely with a new influencer. At the end of 3 rounds, the game is over and players calculate their points. First off, a player must discard any lifestyle cards that have more stars than their final social score. Can't do it. Then they receive 1 point for each star, 2 points for each completed set of home, work, and social lifestyle cards, and minus points from any penalty cards. The player with the highest score wins. And that's Nosedive. I'm Becca Scott, and you can follow me at @BeccaScott on Instagram and my dog at OshiPup, because we need more social points. It's pretty important, okay? You can see from the game. You can watch me and my friends play this game and other awesome games on Game the Game, right here on Geek and Sundry. We'll see you there.